Kind of make you sick, don't it? Well, you didn't expect me to swallow it, did you? Look, now you tell me how it's more ladylike to swallow a thing like that than to spit it out. Ladies. Well, you're certainly not man. I come here today because I want to give you all a message to take to my Janie for me. I can tell you knows her. She looks just like one of y'all. My union suit's getting fresh with me. Janie's my daughter. I ain't seen her since she was a little girl. I'll give her up. Yep, give her up like liquor and tobacco. Nah, that ain't so. I still chew. Janie's a lady. Swallers her spit. Yep, they raised her real good. I give her to folks who had a lot of money. Now, I got a few things I want you to tell her for me. Things she ought to know about her mama. Yeah. I drink for my eyes. Helps me to close them. First off, she don't know I'm her mother, so you might want to sit her down for that one. Kind of like finding out you're pregnant, only backwards. So go easy on her. Get her broke to the saddle first. And then maybe tell her that her mama ain't dead like they told her. Tell her mama lives out in Wyoming. Then you can say how much her mama loves animals. Then you can just naturally ease into the bit about the bull whacking and the mule skinning. And then show her my picture. Sure hope she drinks. Her real name is Jane Cannery Hickok. That's Hickok, as in Wild Bill. Yeah, we was married. And don't let nobody tell you no different. We was married. Bill was my man. Yeah, Bill and me, we was like that. And Janie was his daughter. You tell her that. Bill, oh, he was a real man. Not one of your lily-livered, pasty-faced, limp-dick farmer types. Nope. Bill was every inch a man. Half inch, every foot a man. Yeah. When I met Bill, I was still wet behind the ears, just a kid. See, I was orphaned when I was 14. Learned to hustle pretty good. Had to. First time I met Bill, we was playing in a poker game together. And I beat him. Oh, I beat him real bad. Now, Bill, he don't like to lose, especially with folk watching. So he rears up and calls me a cheater. So I says, Hickok, you play cards so dumb, I'd need to cheat to lose. Well, everybody's laughing at that. And Bill, he pulls out his gun. And then Molly behind the bar, she yells, "Put that back, Bill, that there's a gal." Well, that done it. He just stood there looking at me like a hog staring at a wristwatch. Then all of a sudden, he throws his gun on the table and hollers, "Drinks for the house. I want all y'all to drink to this here gal, the finest poker player in the territories." Yeah, well, Bill now, he kind of took a liking to me, and we started keeping each other company. Come spring, we headed down south together to Abilene, started working the border. I was his partner. Called myself the Jack of Diamonds. Between the two of us, we hustled a wagon load of money, pissed it all away too. And all that time, nobody knowed I was a woman, except Bill. Well, he knowed it all right. Well, I got pregnant, but I didn't want Bill to know, so I just told him I was restless and headed off by myself up the trail to Yellowstone Valley, to a place called Benson's Landing. Now, Benson's Landing ain't there no more. Now they got themselves a town called Livingston instead. Livingston. I had that baby in the dead of winter all by myself, and I swole up like a pig after it. I had a fever running so high, I throwed off all the blankets with the water frozen in the bucket beside me. And if misery ain't hell, I run out of liquor. I says to old Janie, it's every man for himself. Didn't figure either of us was going to make it. I reckon it was 2 days after I had that baby, and Captain O'Neill knocks on the door of my cabin. He'd come looking to find the grave of his brother, killed somewhere around there by the Indians, the Sioux. They pretty much bothered everybody except me. They thought I was crazy. Don't know what I ever done to give them that idea. Anyways, I told this captain I didn't know nothing about his brother's grave, but if he cared to come back in a week or so, he could take a look at mine. Well, I guess he figured that was about the size of it, because he went off and he got us some wood, and he made me some food, and he brought me some whiskey too. And if good whiskey can't cure you, then you're already dead. Well, this captain fella, he took a shine to Janie. Started talking about how him and his wife couldn't have no babies, and how he would take her to England and get her some proper schooling, playing the piano, speaking languages and stuff. But me, I was mostly thinking what had happened to Janie if I was to die, seeing as I almost just did. Nobody was going to want her. Oh, some family probably take her and keep her as some sort of slave or something, and then when she was 12 or 14, she'd probably head out on her own just like I done. That ain't no life for anyone. So when she was a year old, Captain come back and I give her to him. Now you tell Janie I was 19 and I thought I was doing the right thing. Hell, you tell anybody who asks, I still say I done the right thing. But that ain't the point. I was talking about Wild Bill. Now, I didn't see him again for 2 years after that. Yeah, I was living in Deadwood by then. 74. It was the summer of 74. I remember I was having a beer in Russell's saloon. I was the only woman in Deadwood they let in that saloon. Anyways, I stepped outside to talk to a buddy of mine when I looks up Main Street. And I thinks I'm dreaming or something. Here comes Bill riding his horse. Him and Colorado Charlie and Bloody Dan Seymour. They're riding their horses down Main Street, and they're all wearing brand new Stetsons and fringed buckskins and shiny boots. And they got so much silver on their saddles, why, it's hard on their eyes to look at them. Oh, we went to every saloon in town that afternoon, and the side of Bill was so pretty next to me, I shot out all the mirrors. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think of when I think of Bill. That afternoon, and him riding his horse into Deadwood. Into that summer, he got killed. Son of a bitch, McCall. Shot him in the back. Bill, he was a man. He always shot him from the front. Had them long, stallion tail mustaches down the sides of his face. Bill and me, we was like that. Yeah. He was my man. We was just like that. I don't care what anybody says, I knows. Them preacher daughters type were always throwing themselves at Bill, but they didn't know him. What would they know about his life? Me? Oh, I drove a stagecoach. I fought the engines. Why, I rode with the cavalry. Till they caught me taking a bath. Now that be a lesson to y'all. Hell, I laid rail. I done most everything a man's done, and maybe even more. I knowed what he was thinking before he even said it. I understood him. Ain't nobody understood him like I did. Now you tell Jeannie, if anybody tries to tell her that he already had a wife, that is pure hog slop. I was Bill's wife. Oh, back east, he went through some tin whistle ceremony with some lady who owned a circus, but he only done that to get himself a job. Business. That's all that was. Business. Had a good head for business. But I was his woman, and Janie's his daughter, and you tell her that. The reason I never told nobody before was that things just kind of creep up on you when you get older. Back then, we was just roughnecks on a toot. Things have changed. And Bill Hickok's in all the books. And I want somebody to tell Janie that she come from someone famous. Yeah. Her mama might have been a no-count drunk nobody. But her daddy was somebody. Yeah. He was somebody, all right. I'm going to be buried next to Bill. Anyways, I done a lot of things that Janie wouldn't understand. Hell, I don't understand. But I ain't all as bad as they say neither. You ask them, who midwifed half the babies in Deadwood, Ask them, who nursed all them folks with smallpox when not one single soul would set foot in the pest house except for yours truly? Oh, them women getting all uppity up just 'cause I don't dress all frilly and smell of roses. Well, you ask them if they wasn't damn glad that I didn't care what my face looked like when they was needing somebody to nurse them through smallpox. Ask them. Now, you tell Janie, her mama done some good things. Yeah. Done some bad things too. Sometimes you catch the chicken, other times you just get the feathers. But you tell Janie, no matter what anybody says about her mama, she can hold her head up high. Because her daddy was James Butler Hickok.